Hey, what's up guys? We're going to get into an overview of Starlit Flash Pepper today. Alright, so let's have a look here. Get her leveled up real quick. Gets dual wield off the bat. And her ninjutsu. Looks like she can shoot a beam forward. Gets a paralysis effect if it hits more than 60 times. And it looks like she can stop without consuming her ninjutsu energy. And then it can wait 30 seconds before deploying the attack, so you can just stop if you need to without doing any damage and hold the attack. So that's good for if like Hayashiro or Shadow Blood go off screen. Alright, so Flashpoint, that's similar to the perk for Pepper version 1, so you get an additional damage boost with each of those. Additional damage for ninjutsu. More damage for her flashpoint, so each of those stacks is going to give her more damage. Standard skin perk at the top there. Additional damage for a weapon being attacked, a lightning weapon being attacked. Does more damage against mecha bosses for her ninjutsu. So this allows for a tracking mechanism, so you can tap the ninjutsu button to switch from a beam to shooting bolts. So I'm guessing this looks similar to when Pepper version 1 does her kind of fireball attack, but instead of just shooting straight to the right, it'll track to where the boss is. So less time for those stacks of flashpoint. More damage against mecha bosses. Additional damage for ninjutsu. Okay, so her triple jump. Gotta unlock that at level 70. Starburst Flash looks like less damage or less hits to get that paralysis effect. Alright, so we gotta awaken her, so we gotta level up some more. Yeah, another primary weapon bonus. More mecha damage, looks like the next one here. Yep. Alright, I'm guessing this is the same as the shield. Yeah, it's similar to the shield that version 1 gets with casting the ninjutsu. So I can resist 1 damage. What's the one on the left there? So you get another stack, so you can take up to 2 hits. That means you don't take any damage there. More damage on Starburst Flash. Okay, some more ninjutsu damage for the tracking portion too. More flashpoint damage, more weapon damage, or more attack up from having the weapon equipped. Okay, so you can get an additional flashpoint. So I'm guessing the limit's 5 here then. More damage against mecha. Looks like maybe another stack of... Yeah, so you can get up to 3 hits now on that shield. More damage for what looks like Starburst Flash. Okay. Oh, okay, so Shuriken Orbs will get attracted to her the same way as version 1 does during the ninjutsu, so I think it has to be active. If you're just kind of passively running around, it won't do it. Starting flashpoint number. Okay, so that gives you some stacks to start off with without any relics. Okay, so Starburst Doom looks like you get an additional damage phase right at the end, or maybe a big attack. Okay, reduces the number of attacks needed for that. More damage for Starburst Flash. Okay, another attack reduction there. Well, let's see what these last ones are at for 110. So more mecha damage, okay. Another flashpoint limit. Okay, I think that gets us up to 5 because I think you start with 3. Starburst student damage up. Okay, so the last attack's going to be even stronger. Damage. And okay, so a 50% increase on Starburst Doom, so I think that's going to be like a big flashy attack right at the end. So her support skills, looks like she gets a boost. Looks similar, but instead of having to wait like in version 1, it looks like you get the boost for collecting Shuriken Orbs. So I think it'll make life a little easier potentially, because now you're not just waiting for time if there's enough of those orbs that appear. You could probably do some interesting stacking for team skills for damage though, if you have both version 1 and version 2 on your team. So 130, 130, I think it'll go up to 160 like version 1, and it'll probably be like 108 attack too. Yeah, so I think that 160 is going to be the cap. So you need 10 orbs collected in order to max that out. Yeah, 108 attack. Okay. So support skill is pretty similar to our version 1 counterpart. So typical weapon buff for perk 1. to, this is going to be your additional relic slot. I know that's not in English, but that's what I'm sure that's what that says. So the mecha. Also, you get an initial flash point if you have a lightning weapon in your primary spot when you attack on perk 4. Perk 3, additional mecha boss damage, so she'll be good for doing mecha bounties. So SS, SS plus. She should be pretty solid for those. Additional flashpoint. Okay, so you can take an additional attack on that one. And I'm not going to activate this one yet, but it looks like... So let's test her out at perk 5. So... Okay, so yep, shoots a beam. And it does what I thought. You can spread it out. Okay, and then she has a kind of a flashy kick at the end. I'm assuming, since I didn't get those additional hits, that I didn't get to see that Doom piece, so we'll try that out on the boss. Testing it out low, looks like the whole thing can miss. Okay, good to know. The weapon's pretty nice. Talk about that a little later. Okay, so that beam is decent. Oh, there's the big attack for Doom. Okay, cool. And you can see the paralysis. Wow, that's a lot of health. Okay. Not bad. Let's try it one more time and just see if we can get consistent results here. So if the boss moves up and down a lot, this might be a little bit harder to do with this beam. We'll try out the tracking feature in a minute. Yeah, it does nice damage though. I like it. Check perk 6. Okay, so there's lightning strike there. I didn't quite catch what it did on its own, but we'll take a look at that in a second. Oh, okay, that's nice. Just get rewarded for having those flashpoint stacks. Try this tracking attack. Oh, doesn't matter where it's at, it just goes ahead and tracks. And it does the full attack. Okay, nice. Okay, so just showing that my setup's going to be pretty much the same for all three here. Main thing that changes is the elemental ring and shuriken set, but otherwise they have Nio and level 30 weapons equipped. Just starting to show damage with SFP. Pretty good. Damage is close, slightly lower for Pepper version 1 by about 2 bars. See how BTR does. And these are all with 3 stacks for each of them. Okay, so comparable. Alright, so let's take a look. Looking at the limit break, looks like Pepper gets a little bit of a boost here, or Starlit Flash Pepper in particular, gets a little bit of a boost with the new sword here at perk 1. Perk 2, looks like you get an increased chance of a crit. Perk 3, you get 300% increase on the paralysis effect by the weapon. Skill damage increase at perk 4, and then weapon skill, crit chance, and crit damage both increase at perk 5. And then if we take a look at the refine at 6 through 10 stars, so 6 you get a boost in weapon damage and damage against mecha bosses, so this is an ideal weapon for mecha bosses. Cooldown comes down at 7. Increased number of swords that attack is going to come at 8. 9 you get an additional cooldown, and then 10 it looks like you get additional damage again against just in general from the weapon, and then also against mecha bosses. So pretty good. It looks like it attacks at the height she's at, so it can mess. You can see the attack just completely whiffs what's on the right. Alright, so let's take a look at her relics. So looking at the light runners, looks like we got a lightning element attack up and HP up. And these are all at R3 already. Then we got HP recovery and overall attack up, so decent, not the best in the game, but 245, 215, those are good numbers. And then this last one, 191, and starting flashpoint increased by 3. So if you have her talents maxed out and this maxed out, looks like you'll start off with 5 right off the bat. So not a bad way to go. And then, you know, if you look at the set bonus, that's 100 per, so that's plus 500 attack right out of the gate, and then she gets an additional 380. So if you're fighting a mecha boss and you have full R3 set, that's an additional, you know, 880 attack against the boss. And let's take a look at the skins. So you got your default skin, you got her awakening skin, looks pretty much the same. The image changes, but I don't really see a difference between the two. You got a purple variant here with dazzling purple Starlit Flash, and then one you can purchase in the skin shop. Last, I just wanted to showcase her on stage 50 of the Ninja Trial, so you can see my setup here. Won't narrate the fight, but this is just to give you a sense of how useful she can be.
Stupidity at its finest.
All right, so, just some closing thoughts here. I think that some folks are probably wondering if she's worth it. I think she's going to be solid, definitely better than her version 1 counterpart, especially with the ability to track with an attack behind her. Those lightning strikes are pretty nice. I think that for longer fights that kind of drag on, it gives her a way to do damage without having to really do anything other than not get hit. Number of lightning stones that you'll need to get her all the way leveled up, and awakening stones. You need 1,380 lightning stones, 44 awakening stones. Total fragments to get her to max perk, that's 670. For most players, that's 1 wish to pull her. Assuming you only get her through wishes, and that's like 40 fragments a pop, you'll need to get her 14 times to get her to max perk. You do get a limited time purchase option if you wish for her successfully once. That'll give you an additional 20 fragments each, and then you can buy that twice. So that'll bring the number of wishes down to 1. So short story, you'll need at most 13 to 14 successful wishes to get her maxed out. This number will likely be lower because you tend to get 5 fragments at a time if you don't get a full wish of a ninja. So you tend to see those as you're going. It's going to take quite a bit to get her. That it can take, a couple dozen times, or it can take up to a dozen times just to get that maxed out, maybe more, and then to successfully pull her. So unless you have really good luck, you're talking about quite a few pulls. You're talking about over 100 pulls just to get her to where you want to be. And then even then, there's some RNG things that can prevent that from actually panning out that way. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have the wallet to do it, it's okay. Just do what you can. I think 1 successful pull of every ninja, you can then cultivate them and you're good to go. For the comparison, something to keep in mind. This was just a test with the same relics. That doesn't account for what their set relic bonuses do for their damage. If you use their set relics, you're going to see better numbers for all 3 of them. So just keep that in mind. Both Breaking Thunder Ricky and Starlit Pepper, you're going to have some options there. They're going to be both very strong against opponents. Even if Breaking Thunder Ricky is a little bit stronger, this new Pepper variant's going to have better tracking against bosses. You don't have to hope that the missiles attack and then aim the laser manually. She does everything pretty much automatically if you toggle to the tracking attack. Main thing is the boss has to be on the right side, and you have to be lined up with them horizontally in order for that last set of attacks to hit. But otherwise, she's going to be a very solid option for any of these.
Alright, and that is it. Thanks for taking the time to check this out. Let me know if it helped by giving it a like, and if you want more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you on the flip side.